I'm Sebastian, and this is for Mrs. Mann's class, and I'm reading Fancy Nancy, the Poison Ivy Expert by Jane O'Connor. Look, I am picking a bouquet of wildflowers. Bouquet is a fancy word for a bunch of flowers. Watch out for poison ivy. Mom keeps warning me. I am, I say. I know what poison ivy looks like. I know the rhyme. Leaves of 3, let it be. I am a poison ivy expert. The next day, I bring the bouquet to school. Bree brings cupcakes. Robert brings purple punch. We conceal everything. Conceal is a fancy word for hide. We are having a surprise party for Miss Glass. It is her birthday. At my lunchtime, I am so excited about the surprise that I get all itchy. My arms itch. My nose itches. Every inch of me itches. Nancy, you have red bumps on your face, Bree says. I do? Yes, I do! Miss Glass calls home. Dad picks me up. We go to the doctor. Can you guess what's wrong? Yes, I'm poison ivy. It is all my fault. I am not a poison ivy expert. After all, and what if my bouquet had poison ivy in it? Dad lets me call Miss Glass. There's no poison ivy, she tells me, just beautiful flowers. Merci, Nancy. Miss Glass knows I love French. She hopes I am better soon. Later, Bree stops by. I'm too itchy for company, so she sends stuff over in our mail basket. A note from Miss Glass says, everyone is starting a journal. You can write yours at home. Bree note says, Thursday is pitch day. Will you be back? No, I won't be back Thursday. I am miserable. That is even worse than I'm happy. I also much fancier. All night I itch and itch and itch. The next morning I am exhausted. That is a fancy word for very, very tired. Mom shows me a little jar. It is from the lady next door. Miss Devine says to put this cream on her bumps. Mom tells me it is a home remedy. A remedy is a fancy word for medicine. Ooh la la! I don't itch. What is this magic cream? Miss Devine says it has jewelweed in it. Jewelweed grows in her garden. I like the name. Weeds are not fancy, but jewelweed sure sounds fancy. Mom brings home a library book. I learn about poison ivy. Then I start my journal. I put in many fascinating facts. Fascinating is a fancy word for interesting. By Sunday, I already am a poison ivy expert. Tomorrow I go back to school. Yippee! In the afternoon, I go to Bree's house. Ooh la la, there's a surprise party for me. There are cookies and punch, and we all dance to an old rock and roll song. Guess what it's called? Poison Ivy. Fancy Nancy's fancy words. These are the fancy words in this book. Bouquet, a bunch of flowers. Conceal, hide. Exhausted, very, very tired. Fascinating, interesting. Merci, thank you. In French, you say it like this. Merci. Miserable, very unhappy. Remedy. Medicine. This book is Fancy Nancy, Poison Ivy Expert. And she thinks she's a poison ivy expert, and she picks flowers, and everybody else at her school gets something else for Miss Glass, and they conceal it, which means hide. And after that, she is so excited she gets red bumps all over her. So she calls the doctor. Dad comes, pick me up. They go to the doctor, and he says, "Guess what? You have poison ivy." And